Trina, we just created a sketch report in the documents for this project. And is it time to generate all the documents?
I think we should build an estimate first.
Yeah, I feel like we have a few steps in here.
Yeah.
Well, you can navigate back to the projects by tapping on projects or the little arrow button to the left of the documents. That's going to bring you back out to this project as well. So the sketch is done, the measurements are done, the sketch report is done. Estimating. So let's tap on the little estimating tile here.
All right.
And as you can see, there's already an option 1. Now we haven't actually built an estimate yet, but if you recall, all of the pins that we placed on that roof automatically load into our first estimate option here, and any additional estimate options that we create to give the customer like a good, better, best sort of estimate will have these accessory items automatically added to them.
Great.
So there's 2 different ways you can build an estimate. You can build it 1 item at a time, add your shingle, add your starter, add your hip and ridge, build a very custom estimate, or you can generate an estimate using templates.
Okay.
So I'd like to show you how to build an estimate 1 item at a time.
Okay.
Let's tap on the big blue plus button down here in the bottom right-hand corner. And let's go ahead and start by adding the remove and dispose architectural shingles. And then we'll navigate over into shingles, and let's just grab this GAF Timberline. And of course we're going to pick a color. I always like to pick Patriot Red. And then let's navigate over into materials, and we can grab some fasteners, and let's just grab some hip and ridge cap, the cedar crest there. That's enough items to kind of show you how this works.
Sure.
I'll tap on the done button, and it's going to add all of those items and their prices to my estimate. Well, let's say that this is a complete option, but I want to give the customer a couple more options. Well, let me tap on the little back button here. We can view that option and we can see its price, but let's go ahead and tap on the plus button down here. That's going to allow us to generate a new estimate option. But instead of making a blank one, let's make this one from a template. Here in our account, our sample account here for demonstration purposes, we have lots of different templates set up. We have many that represent sort of the good, better, best style of estimating.
Sure.
Well, with the GAF Timberline being the better, let's go ahead and add a best. So let's put in that certainteed landmark impact resistant option. There we go. Now let's add one more option. So I'm going to hit the plus button again, build it from a template, and let's give a high-end designer option. So let's scroll down and let's put in the certainteed presidential shake. Tap on OK. We can dive into the details of these additional estimates as well. So let's start with the certainteed landmark IR. From here we can see all of the individual line items and their total prices. And if we tap on any of these items, we can bring up the specific details. We can actually see the labor and the material cost for any item. If you've got a very large job and perhaps you're going to get a discount on a large volume buy of shingles, well, let's pretend that's the case here. So let's tap on the certainteed landmark IR, and let's say our material cost per unit is set at 200. But let's say we're going to get a special buy, and for this job only, they're going to be 180. Tap on the done button there. You can actually save that new price and apply it just to this estimate, but not all of the other estimates you'll create from your pricing.
That's wonderful.
So just keep that in mind. You can change the settings for each item at the line item level.
Is there a way you can delete an item once it's added as a template?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you see any item, specifically one that has a 0 measurement. We didn't use shingle over ridge vent, but it was in the template. And commonly you'll find a few items that'll be in the template because they're used half the time.
Sure.
But maybe not on every roof. So let's press and hold, and we can then see that that delete bar across the top appears, and we can delete that item. We can even go in and get rid of the rake edge since there are no rakes on this. We can also delete the apron flashing, and we can delete the step flashing. Now, last but not least, we can navigate back. Whichever estimate we want to appear on contract documents, material order documents, basically whichever option the customer decides to go with, you're going to want to press and hold on that item and then select it. And that is how you're going to identify that option as the one the customer is going to buy. Now from here, Katrina, the last thing that you're going to want to do with regard to your estimating, pop back over into the project, go to Documents, and come down to the plus button and generate that estimate.
All right.
Here we can open up the estimate PDF. Katrina, the best thing that I like about this estimate is that it gives all three options all on one document.
Yes.
You can see that they're lined up in columns here. You've got the primary image and color for each shingle. You even have very granular detail with regard to how much each measurement is for every line item and the line item pricing. Now, of course, that can be turned off. You have settings within your documents where you can control how much information is shown on each document that you create for your customer.
Gotcha. So if you're not interested in showing those and you just want kind of that line item description on your estimate, you can turn that off.
Absolutely.
Great.